Hi Fantasy Managers, welcome back to FPL Team Talk. In this video I'm going to have a quick review of how I got on with my free hit in double game week 33. Then I'm going to talk about team selection for 34. A couple of players that I'm looking to bring in. I don't want to take a hit, but I've got several options. And it's also who do I take out. So please put any comments below because I'll be interested to hear what your thoughts are on the different options that I've got available to me. And then towards the end of the video, I did see on Twitter someone putting together a free hit side for game week 34. Sounded a bit crazy. I was like, wow, I've never even considered that. I know some people are wildcarding and we've already done a couple of videos on that, so check those out if you are. But the free hit for 34 looks brilliant. So I've just put together one at the end, bit of fun. I've not gone through the usual statistical analysis side of it for this. I've just put it together. Looks really nice, so check that out at the end. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and in the meantime, let's take a look. So here are the fixtures for game week 34. You can see why some people would be tempted to free hit. Not an option if you've already done it in 33, of course. But Liverpool and Man City both have really nice home fixtures, Watford and Everton. Chelsea got the double, so do Man United. Perhaps you'd be more inclined to target those Chelsea fixtures, look a bit better than the Man United ones. And also there's just some obvious assets to choose in that Chelsea side. So all in all, it does look like a nice set of fixtures. And we know, even though there's not many double teams to target, we know from game week 33 that sometimes single game week players can outscore double game week players. So there's a few things in that we can look at, and I will show you later on a free hit side for 34. In the meantime, I just want to quickly go over how I got with my free hit side in game week 33. So here's my side for game week 33. It was a free hit side. As I said, it's always difficult to know what lessons to take from these sides, I think. I always think that, looking back, I was like, Son obviously blanked. I only really felt I brought him in to protect myself because so many people were bringing him in and he had a decent fixture. But he wouldn't have been my first call. I'd rather think I had 11 double game week players. But then a lot of these didn't double game week anyway. And then I think, well, if I was more defensive, I would have had Salah and I'd have done even better anyway. So I'd love to take lessons away, but it's difficult to know what to do. I mean, Ronaldo saved my weekend, really, I suppose. I was right up there at 70,000 rank, and then it went up to about 110. Then it went down to 95. So in the end, I got a 10k increase. So I'm happy I've climbed the ladder inside that top 100k. Target and shot, that clean sheet for Newcastle really redeemed me a little bit. Schmeichel, I think, had good fixtures. Telles would not have been able to predict he wouldn't be playing that Liverpool game, but I wasn't expecting any return from anyway. And obviously, Fernandes didn't get a return in either game. 6 points was really disappointing. If I'd gone on Ronaldo, I'd been absolutely laughing. But then, if you told me Ronaldo only had one game out of the two, which was the worry, and Fernandes had both, then I'd always go Fernandes. So I can't, again, beat myself up for that. No returns for Wood. Saka got a return in the game, didn't expect. And Cornet, very disappointed to miss the penalty. And didn't really do a lot against Southampton either. But overall, I can't really kick myself about any of the decisions. Always more greedy. Always as FPL manager with one better rank. But you know what? Looking at the side, I still don't think there was many bad decisions I made in that. So let's have a look at how my team now lines up when it goes back to normal. So this is my side as we line up for game week 34. I do have a few issues that I need to clarify and iron out. I've got some decisions to make. Rudiger is flagged. He has already been told by Tuchel in the press conference today he will not be making the West Ham game. So he possibly come in for the Man U game. I think I'm going to have to play him in the case that he does come in for that Man United game. We also know now that Kilman's going to be missing away at Burnley. So in comes, I think will have to come Ramsey because Hwang, I'm just not sure whether he's going to start away at Burnley. And Broja, I think, is absolutely prime for rotation. So straight away, I'm struggling a little bit to have anyone on the bench. If I can get away with just having 11 out, I think I'll be quite happy with that right now. Then the next question is Ramsdale at home to Man United or Sarr away at Burnley? At the moment, I'm just siding with Ramsdale. But the fact that I'm doubling up on that Arsenal defence against Man United, I feel like I should hedge my bets and go Sarr. Difficult. You'd say away at Burnley. I just feel away Burnley are desperate. They're going to be buoyed by the fact that Everton are going to Anfield. A chance for them to get out bottom three. It's a huge game for Burnley off the back of that Southampton win as well. I just feel that they're going to score against Wolves. So Ramsdale I'm tempted and tipping towards. The moment you would look at, I'd have Salah on captain. But in terms of my ambitions and who to bring in, I've got one transfer to make. And I'm definitely going to bring in either Havertz or Mount. That's absolutely affirmative. I could go to Werner. I know a lot of people making that move from Kane to Werner. That will take a hit to do that if I do one of these two, and these two are my priorities. So I'm happy to keep Kane away at Brentford. I just feel that, you know what, I could bring Werner in. I know he's got a double game week. I know guarantees he's going to play both games, especially given Havertz was rested in midweek. Does he just take Werner's place? So I feel that Kane could just potentially get as many points, if not more, than Werner. So I've got Havertz on Mount because of the double game week. Who to pick out of those two? Havertz, like we just said, has been rested. Is that a case that he's just going to be rested throughout the season? He's going to be rotating more with Lukaku? Or is that now he's had a rest, he's going to play more games? We've done a whole piece about Chelsea earlier in the week, but in some cases I'm just no further forward. You can't read Tuchel's mind. Mount has now played more minutes in midfield than anyone else in that Chelsea midfield, more than Jorginho now. He's played, the last 6? So does that mean he's just going to be wheeled out every game, a bit like you were used to do with Lampard playing for Chelsea or De Bruyne? So that could be the case. It's just very difficult to say. Man's gone up in price. There's 0.2 in it, so there's not a lot. And money isn't particularly an issue for me right now. This close to the end of the season, I do feel like, you know what, I'm not interested in making money now. That's all gone and past. I'm just all about getting the points. So which one of those bring it in, I'm just not 100% set on, if I'm honest. If Mount comes in, who then do I bring out? Maddison? Simply because he, again, Leicester's priority is going to be the European Conference League. They've got a 2-legged game against Roma, so quite possibly he'll be have his minutes managed. But then they do have much nicer fixtures. And let's say Saka, I can't take Son out, that's not an option. Neither Salah, I can't move from Ramsey up to Mount or Havertz. So it's a case of Saka or Maddison. Mount in for Maddison, or you could go Havertz to Maddison. Or do I take Saka out and bring in and keep Maddison? Maddison, he had a rest against Newcastle, played against Everton, so there's chances then that he now plays this game against Villa, and they have some really nice doubles coming up. I think either Mount or Havertz, and I think Saka's going to have to go. I'm not wildly happy about it, but I just think if it's a case of Maddison and Saka, Maddison is just going to have to get the nod. So as mentioned at the start of the video, I have put together a little bit of a free hit side. Not anything I looked at beforehand or even considered, because I've previously free hit. Didn't see much of a demand for it. But as I mentioned on Twitter, wow, that was a great side. And I'll put one together just to have a bit of fun and see what it would look like. And here we have it. It's a really nice side. I really enjoy it. I haven't put a bench on. I did put a bench together, but quite frankly, I've just picked the lowest rated goalkeeper value, which is something like 3.9. Plus the lowest defender, the lowest rated midfielder, something like Delph in there, I think, as well, and at striker, and it ended up being 103.7. So that should be affordable for most of you. You may have more money, in which case you could upgrade some of these players. But you've got a great defence in terms of you've got 2 City players. Diaz on his way back, so I thought he might play. You could go for someone else if you think Zinchenko's going to play. Walker, Stones, possibly you could go there as well. Laporte I put in. Robertson, Matip can't stretch to Trent. You could go to Van Dijk if you've got more money if you want. Foden as the option in midfield for City. They've got Salah, I've got Mount, Havertz and Werner because they're all trebling. I went to Gea in goal simply again because he's got that double game week. And I've kept Kane up front. If you wanted to, you could possibly go to someone like Ronaldo up front because he has potentially that double game week. That would not be a bad shout. I just think that looks a really nice side. You got 3 doubles in there, but look at those home fixtures. I mean, you would expect Man City and Liverpool both to keep clean sheet and win those games. I'll be really interested to come back in a week's time and just to see how many points this free hit side would have got. Would it have got more than the previous game week 33? Even though potentially you've got, 6 or 7 players not doubling. I really like the side. But there you go. That was just it for a bit of fun. But someone free hit, and good luck to them. I hope it looks really nice, and it just looks in sort of retrospect, look a really nice week to free hit. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, you found it useful. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. Mount or Havertz? So tempted, I think. Havertz feels like he's playing up front. I'm still undecided now. Who to take out, Maddison or Saka? I'd say the odds for me at the moment are going to be Maddison stays in. It's going to be a Maddison and Mount, possibly. I'm just swaying towards. But if you enjoyed it, click on that like button, hit subscribe, let me know what you think below, and good luck in the rest of your game week 34.